Welcome back, golfers. Today we're going to talk about a hot topic that's trending right now on YouTube, and that is how to shallow your golf swing. I take that club and shallow it out and allow that plane of that club to aim more towards the golf ball. So some key points that we want to make when we're trying to shallow out the club is one, in our loads. We want to make sure we get a good solid load in our backswing. And when we get to this position, I want you guys to see this. I create this box in that arm, in that right arm, that trail arm. And that box, we want to try to hold on to that through the transition. So when my knees are making that transition, you can see that box stays together. And when you do that, you can see that elbow now comes to the side. No matter if you're across the line or there, if you can do that, that club will naturally shallow out and plane towards the golf ball, which is what we want to do. So I'm going to show you guys another drill where I take a kettlebell and I hold it there and then practice that transition as well. And that is another great way to get the feeling of making that first transition and flatten that plane or shallow that plane. All right, so another real easy practice technique we can use to get the club to plane or shallow out is just take a alignment stick, put it into your grip, and then we'll take it to the top of the swing and pay attention to where that golf ball is. Right there. So now you can actually see where your club is planing. You're going to take it to the top, and now you can allow the club to drop down, and you can actually see, where that club and that shaft is going. So we take that real slow. You can feel that elbow going to the side, and you can see that plane is working towards that golf ball. If you get steep with it, it's going to feel like this. You're going to see it drop underneath that golf ball, and you're going to know for certain that you're not shallowing out. Whereas we're in that position now, it's aiming it back at the golf ball, and it is shallowed out, and we're planing it. So looking into it, the club just continues on that path and makes it real easy, using the alignment stick to visually see it without having to record yourself. So shallowing the club out or planing the club, came fairly natural to myself because I started golf when I was really young, and I used clubs that were probably too heavy for me. So because of that, with those heavy clubs, when I got to the top, that club just naturally wanted to fall a little bit more into my golf swing. Golfers who play really light clubs, it's much easier for them to kind of throw the club, whereas something that's really heavy, this right arm wants to get weighed down a little bit more. So it just naturally occurs for some golfers who might have grown up with too heavy of golf clubs. So if you're not in that category and planing the club or shallowing the club is tough for you, then I have a drill for you. All right, so we're going to talk about a drill that you guys can do either at the gym, or maybe you have a kettlebell. This is a 15-pound kettlebell, which is about perfect weight to do this drill. This drill really helps you get a good feeling of shallowing the club. So what you're going to do, you're going to take that kettlebell, you're going to put it between your hand like that. You're going to put it right on the back side of that forearm. And then you get into your golf posture. You're going to take your other hand and just put it off to the side of the kettlebell and kind of just hold it. And you're going to take it to the top of the backswing, so right there. You can see what that does is it just makes it so you have to support the weight underneath. This also might help if you get into a chicken wing problem. If you practice using kettlebell, this will get you rid of that chicken wing. So you're going to take it to the top of your backswing, and you're just going to move your lower body down, keeping your upper body all connected. You're going to feel how that elbow wants to drive into that side. So in the process of shallowing the golf club out, it's important to know that the first thing you should be focusing on is your leg work, feet to hips. If the feet to hips aren't working, you can't shallow that club out. Meaning, watch where my knees. So when my knees square back up to where my feet are going, I want my hands to be as high as I can get them, up near the top of my chest. The longest golfers out there, they'll get the club to finish your transition by the time they get into this position, if not higher. So if we can work on that, number one. Number two, we want to make sure that left wrist or your lead wrist flattens out through that transition. So I want that wrist to flatten out through that position. Number three, that elbow into the side, maintaining that 90-degree angle. You can come out a little bit, but just make sure that elbow comes in as we're making that first move. There, you can see it from this position. There. That's the process all together of getting that club to shallow out. Thank you guys for watching this week. If you practice these drills or these moves in slow motion and do lots of repetitions, so take it to the top and really feel the lower body working, feel the left wrist or the lead wrist flattening, and feel that right elbow tucking into the side. And you practice that first move in the transition consistently, you can see that club will naturally just flatten out, plane towards the golf ball, and shallow the shaft as we go through. If you guys like this video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that button down below. I put out videos once a week and just helping you guys get better. Remember, if your feet aren't working, your swing's not working. We'll catch you guys next time.